FIFA 23 has arrived, and if you are looking to have some fun time on FIFA and learn some new fancy skill moves, all I'm gonna say, welcome, you are in the right place. Because today I'm going to show you the top 8 most fancy skill moves to use on FIFA 23. Just before we jump into the video, now some of these skill moves require the Flair trait, so pay attention to what I say, and if you want more fancy skill moves, make sure to follow me on TikTok. I'll be posting quick tutorials on how to do all the fancy skill moves on FIFA 23. With that being said, let's jump straight into the video. We're gonna start the video big with a really fancy skill move by the name of Rainbow Flick, but not any Rainbow Flick, no, Rainbow Flick while the ball is in the air. Now this skill move requires a player that has got 5-star skill moves, and only a 5-star skiller can perform this skill move. Now to perform this skill move, if you are on PlayStation, you have to hold the L2 button and then start tapping the R1 button, so you player start juggling the ball, and while you player juggling the ball, you have to perform the Rainbow Flick, which is by flicking the right stick backward and then flick it again forward. And if you are on Xbox, you have to hold the LT button, start tapping the RB button, and while you player juggling the ball, you have to flick the right stick the opposite direction that your player is facing, and then flick it again the same direction that your player is facing. It's such a great fancy skill move, but at the same time you need space and time for your player to perform it. So make sure you have got space and time to perform this skill move, otherwise you're gonna lose the ball easily while your player is juggling the ball. And if you couldn't do it, keep an eye on the controller point of view so you can see how I am doing it. We all know about the Rainbow Flick, but not everyone knows that you can perform a Rainbow Flick while the ball is in the air. Now for the second skill move, I have got my favorite, your favorite, everyone's favorite skill move. Yes, I'm talking about the sombrero flick, and my goodness how much I love this skill move. I think it's the most popular skill move I have got on this video. And of course the sombrero flick requires a player that has got 5-star skill moves. Only a 5-star skiller can perform the sombrero flick in game. And if you wanna do the sombrero flick in game, there's actually a bullet twist with this skill move, which is you can't do it unless your player is stopped and not moving at all, or he should be just slightly moving. Yes, sadly you can't do it while your player is running with the ball or just moving with the ball. So if you wanna do it, make sure your player is fully stopped, and then if you are on a PlayStation or Xbox, what you have to do, you have to flick your right stick forward twice and then flick it again backward. What does that mean is if your player is facing the right, you have to flick your right stick to the right twice and then flick it again to the left. It's an absolutely great skill move and can be really effective for you on game, especially if you use it with another skill move. For example, you can use it with a fake shot, make your player fully stopped and then perform it. Now let's move on into some more complicated stuff, but at the same time it's more fancy. Yes, I'm talking about the fancy finishing, or what we call it on FIFA, the Flair shots. Now some of the Flair shots require a player that has got 5-star skill moves. Some of them require a player who only got 1-star skill move. Basically it depends on which Flair shot you wanna perform. Now let me start off by saying I have done a full video explaining every single Flair shot, pass and cross on FIFA 23. So if you want more Flair shots, make sure to check the video, because on this video I'm going to show you only 3 ways to score a fancy shot on FIFA 23. Now before we start, there's some rules that you should put on your mind. The first one, you should be using a player that has got the Flair trait. The second one, your player should be inside the box if you want to score a Flair shot. And the third one, don't put too much power on the shot, only 1 bar of power. So before you go to the comments and say it's fake, it's not working with me, trust me, if you have got everything correct, like I said, your player will perform any kind of Flair shot that I will show you. With that being said, let's start things up with one of the most famous Flair shots on FIFA. Yes, I'm talking about the RABONA shot. How can you score a RABONA shot on FIFA 23? First thing first, it requires a player that has got at least 4-star skill moves, and remember, your player should have the Flair trait. Now to perform the RABONA shot, you can actually do it by only holding L2 or LT and then shooting using only 1 bar of power, and like I said, your player should be inside the box. But using this method, your player might perform any kind of Flair shot, so sometimes you might see him going for a back heel shot or even a no-look shot. So if you want a way that your player will 100% perform the RABONA shot, hear me carefully. Go inside the box with a player that has got 4-star skill moves and the Flair trait, and then before you shoot, you should perform the fake shot, make your player fully stopped and then hold L2 and then shoot using only 1 bar of power. So basically what you have to do, make your player fully stopped using a fake shot and then hold the LT or the L2 and then shoot using only 1 bar of power. If you thought the RABONA shot was hard, well, let me show you the hardest way to perform a Flair shot on FIFA 23 by the name of the Rainbow shot. Now it requires a player that has got at least 3-star skill moves and of course the Flair trait, but I would recommend if you wanna perform it in game, go with a player that has got 4 or 5-star skill moves. It would be much easier for you. Now if you wanna do the rainbow finish, what you have to do, first thing first, your player should be inside the box. Second thing, you have to perform the rainbow flick skill move, which is by flicking the right stick backward and then flick it again forward. And now for the hardest part, while your player is performing the rainbow flick, you have to be quick and you have to time it perfectly. While your player is performing the rainbow flick, you should hold L2 and then shoot using only 1 bar of power. And it can be done as a chip shot as well, but this time you have to hold the L1 and the L2 button and then shoot. And like I said, this is the hardest Flair shot EA ever created. You have to time it perfectly. In my opinion, start practicing in the arena and then start using it in game. Moving on into the third and the final way to perform a Flair shot on this video, which is going to be performing a Flair shot while the ball is in the air. Now this time it does not require any skill moves at all, you can do it all with a player who only got 1-star skill move, but of course again it does require the Flair trait. And if you want to perform a Flair shot while the ball is in the air, first of all cross the ball and then before you shoot you should hold L2 and L1 on PlayStation or LT and LB on Xbox and then shoot using only 1 bar of power. And if you only hold L2 and then shoot while the ball is in the air, your player will perform a scissor kick, bicycle kick or even a scorpion kick, which is cool and it's a Flair shot, but in my opinion if you want the fancy stuff, make sure to hold the L2 and L1 on PlayStation or LT and LB on Xbox and then shoot using only 1 bar of power. Now this is all the Flair shots that I have got on this video. If you want to learn every single Flair shot, pass and cross on FIFA 23, make sure to check out the video, you can find it in the description. Moving back to the skill moves, and next up we have got such a great, effective and fancy skill move at the same time by the name of ball roll fake turn. Absolutely great skill move, it can be really effective for you in game. It requires a player that has got 5-star skill moves, only a 5-star skiller can perform this skill move. And if you want to perform it in game, it's actually really easy, you have to do the barber spin, but add to that you have to hold the L2 button. Now let me explain it for you. First of all, you should be holding the L2 button on PlayStation or the LT button on Xbox. Then what you have to do, you have to flick your right stick forward and then flick it up or down. It depends on where you want to move your player. So let's say you are moving with your player to the right and you want to go up with him. All you have to do, hold L2 and then flick your right stick to the right and then flick it again up. It's such a great skill move, not only fancy, also it's really effective in game. I've been using it on FIFA 23. Since not everyone know about this skill move, it can be really effective for you in game. It's absolutely great to change directions. For the last skill move, I'm going with another skill move that can be really effective in game by the name of Bolasie flick. In my opinion, this here it's better than Alternado. If you want to perform it, 5-star skill move, only 5-star skiller can perform this skill move. And if you want to perform it in game, it's actually the same as the last skill move that I have showed you, but this time you don't have to hold the L2 button, no, you have to hold the R1 button. Then you have to flick your right stick forward and then flick it up or down, it depends on where you want your player to move. And if you are on Xbox, hold the RB button and then flick your right stick the same direction as you are moving with your player and then flick it again to the right of your player or the left of your player. It's an absolutely great skill move since volleys are really overpowered on FIFA 23. I think it's a skill move that can be really effective for you in game. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the video done. I have tried my best to explain everything. Still, if you have any question, let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and let me know in the comments below what do you want to see next. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.